welcome and good evening. I guess it's up to me again as your game master for today. Thank you so much for having me. We're going to continue with our hopefully fun adventure, The Witch's Dance in the Dark Eye and Foundry. 2 weeks ago, we played already some part of the adventure. We had some interesting encounters. Usually, when I play, I ask one of my team members who wants to be doing the recap. So my question is there any freebie who wants to have a recap of last session? Otherwise, I will be doing the recap. So just looking at the round of people, anybody volunteering what happened last time we played? Or is your mind gone after 2 weeks?
I think Anathema. Shane was just like, yes, I don't want to do that. I'm going to leave.
I think it might be a good idea if you do it as a GM, or if you do that.
I had an unexpected and very sudden refresh of my browser window. No reason why that happened.
That's what your character thinks every morning, doesn't it?
Okay, well, you mighty and very nice adventurers were on your journey throughout the Aventuria, and you came by a small town called Würseltholm, where this nicely looking witch, Aleftia, asked for your help, as the town and she and her sisters, who are all witches, were terrorized by an evil warlock called Kordax. And as the heroes you are, you decided to help her free the town and the sisters of his evil influence. And you decided to walk on a path and met up with her older sister, Satunia was her name, who gave you some good insights of the landscape, and that she needed a special kind of eel from the witch's pond to brew a transformation elixir, which you can use to transform the evil warlock into a toad. I think it was a toad that will then be easier to obtain. You are to, remove him from the city, not necessarily, or I think even loudly spoken, not kill him. But that is up to you as you're great adventurers. You can decide. You fought mighty battles against a raven, which tricked you once. You evaporated a badger who came your way. And last but not least, you arrived at this very, very darkish looking tree that's where you found this some sort of text coming up, and I've just posted in the chat for you guys the inscription in the wrong button. Yeah, the subscription on the tree, where apparently this witcher Kordax and some unknown entity called Wick did something, and looked at this inscription, and then you were attacked by more animals, especially one skunk, and the mighty skunk decided to leave the field and let him be, because the skunk is more dangerous than the badger that had you. So that's basic, I think, where we've left off. Just having a look at the round. So maybe each of our noble adventurers just gives a quick recap of who he is, so our audience will know who played with us and wants to be here today.
Okay, I think I start. I'm Arestas. I'm a human mercenary down from the south. I have seen some battles, so I'm quite not a veteran, but battle worn to a certain extent, and quite the cynic, it seems. And I still don't believe that we are getting paid for what we are doing at the moment. By I try to keep my hopes up and think that it might give us at least some money to get by. So that's Arestas.
Cool. I'll go next. I'm I'm playing Fiona, the healing mage that's been edited slightly so that I have fireballs and
Healing fireballs.
some other healing
proactive
fireballs. And so I'm playing a little bit more of an active character in any combat. Just so I'm not useless against a badger. But yeah, my character is quite happy to tag along with the rest of the group, even though they're, questionable motives and characters amongst the whole group.
Some.
I can go next. I'm playing Corgrim. He's a dwarf. He sounds grumpy all the time, but he does mean well. He is a little bit of a troublemaker. Just a little, as a treat.
And speaking of troublemakers, I am playing James McKenna. Totally James, definitely not Barney, which some people might call him when they want to frustrate him. I'm a rogue confidence trickster who tends to let his mouth get him into all sorts of trouble.
I would add not only his mouth.
Mouth first, then generally everything else.
Okay, so you just left the evil witch's tree in a hurry, but still you have the inscription. I'm not sure if anybody remembers it. So Kieora, or Fiona, as you had read it, do you want to share the inscription again with your peers and read it out loud and have some discussion about it, or you just going to continue on running towards
Yes, I think we
bond?
Getting a refresh of that would be good.
Can you read it? What I just...
oh my god, okay.
Well, this is the fun of having this description coming up.
Wow.
I can read it.
The text is a little hard to read on the wood. But
This is why you shouldn't use
Right.
wood. You should use good
Should-
dwarven steel for inscribing your messages.
Should
Should
I
be
do?
glowing
Should I do
text.
that? I know it. I can read it if you want to.
okay, sure. Go for it.
Thrice speak your curse as witches dance. Your victim will never have a chance. I'm not good at rhyming, so don't take the stance serious. At midnight will your curse destroy. In moonlight none escape your ploy. Thrice draw the circle round your home. The curse will find them where you roam. Thrice walk the path unto the source. On magic wave will come the force. If Marder's bindings start to fade, Marder is a magic goddess, speak your curse with hate and rage. If Fex pulls the bindings tight, Fex is the mischievous god, so of thieves and people like that, speak your curse with darkest spite. If Marder is hidden in the dark, speak aloud with an arrogant spark. Heed the full moon. Be prepared and let your vengeance have them scared. Vic and Cordex.
It's nice that they signed that.
Yeah, it's interesting to sign a curse because it reads like a curse. And to be honest, if I now just read it, I don't think that the witches cursed their own tree.
This is only going to last like 100 years or so. This is practically disposable. Like, this is just, if you want to write something down, you got to make it last.
Well, the problem is not everyone lives as long as you do.
What moon cycle is it right now? Is it nearly full moon?
Yes, it's close to full moon. Almost basically, it is. I think it's tonight might be the full moon, or maybe the night after tonight might be the full moon. Either one. But if you want to, you can also try to use an astronomy check. at midnight the full moon will be rising, but the astronomy check will help you determine for sure. But yes, it could be new moon as well for you. But yes, there's something going on with the moon. You're
I
pretty
don't
sure
know
of
if
that.
I even have astronomy.
Everybody has astronomy.
Yeah, but well,
I'm going to request this for all of you once
uh,
again, to have a recap of the
Very good
functionality.
astronomer.
Yeah, the skill check. As you remember, you roll your attributes and need to roll below your attributes to have a success. And yeah, rest of us knows that is the full moon coming up. You know, this moon, the moon is the same in the north and is in the south, so that's pretty good for him. Knowing this, the elven way for the moon might be a little different, but yeah.
it looks like there will be a full moon soon. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, but I'm not sure about that because the north looks a bit different, but it might be a full moon soon.
Interesting.
Yeah, but Fiona, like there's something, you know, you're a student of the arcane ways, and you're not completely sure that you have heard something. So maybe you want to do a magical lore check for me, so I can give you can see if something in this text means something for you as well.
Magical lore.
Yeah, just put it in the chat if you want to. Just hit the button, or you can find it on your sheet. But this one will be harded by 1. Oh, and you tremendously failed. That's very good start. I like this. I like that you used your double ones last time, your triple ones last time.
Yep.
Oh, we missed that. We missed that in the recap. You are the first one, the first and only one I've ever seen roll a triple 1, which is the best possible way. But yes, today the dice are with me, hopefully, and so yeah, you're not sure that nothing in this has something to do with the magic. You're not completely sure, but yeah. Okay. But so, any more ideas what you can try to be doing with this knowledge you just regained? Otherwise, at some point you can always come back as you have remembered this rhyme, and at least Orestes and Fiona do remember it, and we can always pull it up again later on. So, what?
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is, the curse points out that something is going on already, and the tree seemed like something is going on already, but it will reach full potential midnight full moon. So whatever is happening at the moment, and it's just kind of a slight forecast of what will happen at that point of time. So we might actually not just be helping the people of the town at the moment, but prevent something larger. At least that's what I read into it. But I'm not good at reading. I mean, I can read as Orestes, but I learned my words, but I'm not sure about the full meaning, especially the magic stuff. I think maybe Fiona knows a bit more about that.
I cast Firefinger cantrip and just say, does that mean we have to burn the tree?
Finally, some sense. Let us burn it.
If it helps.
I'm not opposed.
You killed a badger, wasn't it? It wasn't you, no? Wasn't?
I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a badger slayer.
Oh no, Fiona was a badger slayer, wasn't it?
Did I kill the badger?
Who killed the badger?
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you did the final blow.
Nice. Well, why don't we go and catch this eel, and then on the way back we burn the tree?
Sounds like a plan.
I just have to refresh real quick. Apparently my mic has some issues, and I'll be back in a second.
Sure. We don't have to actually go swimming or anything to catch this eel, right? We just use a fishing rod that we got from the witch. We don't have to get in the water.
We can also go spearfishing. It's a wonderful hobby.
Amazing.
But aren't you wearing loads of armor? Won't you sink?
Well, I didn't mean I would go spearfishing. I meant you would go spearfishing.
Okay, sure.
Generally speaking, I prefer when Corgrim does his fishing trick with dangling his beard into the water and letting the fish bite the end of it. It's always entertaining, truly.
It does help get the food out of the beard, too.
A sight to behold.
Okay.
I had to stop doing it
very
after you
pungent
pushed me
smell.
in too many times.
Okay,
It's
so
not
we
my
can
fault you fall.
just. Okay, we'll try not to drown in the pond, and now we continue onwards to the pond, where we can try to find the fish that you were looking for, and if you want, just continue upwards to the next, location, which will be the pond. Then we can see what awaits us there at the pond. So we will just be moving up for our nice and beautiful pond here. Okay. And as you reach the miraculous witch pond, just to pull you on the map real quick. Oh, just takes a few seconds. I'm sorry. Prepared everything but this one. Yeah. So you arrive at the pond. It looks rather not so nice. The air kind of looks. It's located on the foothills. It looks more like a dirty puddle with brackish water. It sits motionless and stinking. You can see a few eels living in this pond, and maybe some toads and frogs. But that basically, it's not a nice sight. It kind of looks a little scary-ish. Usually, you remember even the dwarf. That water is supposed to be bluish or colorless, but this one is not anymore. So it's probably even less unappealing for you to be swimming in here. But nevertheless, it's used to be a pond in here. So
I'm not dangling my beard in that.
yes.
That looks odd.
Who did the witch give the fishing pole to? I mean, the nice old crone who is in the tree.
I think it was me, actually.
Then you might be the one who will be going fishing.
Okay. Then what's the skill for it, wasn't it?
Yes, there's a skill, and I can once again give you the skill real quick in the
fishing. Yeah, makes sense.
the fishing roll, and you can try to get a fish.
Okay, so I get close to the water, not too close. And where's my token? Yeah. I carefully step up onto the wooden boards. Are they kind of sturdy? Are they looking any kind of fragile, or if they break down any minute? Or
They look sturdy, but not well maintained. So if you walk on them, you hear the wood making squeaky noises, like old wood. But basically, you don't feel like you're going to be falling through. If you have the weight, and especially the steel armor of the dwarf, you might feel about as comfortable as you do right now because you're a heavy human. Yes, right now it feels okay, but you know, if you would be wearing a lot of chainmail, this might be dangerous for you, falling in there and then living in this puddle of mud.
okay, stay back. I think it cannot hold more than one person, so stay on the safe ground. And I pull out the fishing rod and kind of try to fish. Let's see. I have a success.
Oh, you have a success.
Nice.
That is
Very nice.
amazing. So you throw your fishing rod out there, and you know, apparently, whatever you put on this on your rod, it helped you, and out comes this very beautiful looking creature on your fishing rod.
Good.
It looks like a very, very nice eel. Probably will be your best friend or not, but this is what the witch wanted. So you pull the eel closer. It is on your fishing rod. So now it is still alive and looks very, very, nice, or however you would define
I
this kind of
would
looking.
not define that as nice. Do we need it alive?
Do we need
I
all of
don't
it? It looks
know.
like a lovely roast.
No, she.
I'm not eating that.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
no.
you're always
Anything
drinking
which
piss
looks
beer.
like
You
it
can't
might
eat a
eat me.
lovely fish.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat something which looks like it might eat me. So, no. But do we need it alive? Did the crown say anything about needing it alive, or
Mm,
I don't think we need it alive.
good?
It's probably
Then
gonna.
I kill it. As I would
Yeah.
any normal eel, like kind of hit the head on something very sturdy, like my sword or something, just to kill it.
yeah, just well, it's a fish, and you can do it in agility test or a dexterity test maybe, or agility. I don't care which one you feel more comfortable, and then you can just smash it on the floor.
Agility is a bit higher, so
Then please feel. Yes, you just use your rod like you've done it in the past, and you just smother this poor beast on the floor, and it is instantly dead. You once again you survived a dangerous battle with a very, very dangerous animal, which was this eel, and you can just pack it up in your suitcase in your bag if you want dirt in your bag, or if somebody else has something empty, you just put it in there, and you have your eel.
Another excellent one to put down in the book.
yes.
Was that it? That's all we needed? Just one eel? We can.
Well, we
Head
can
back?
catch more than one. You know, be safe.
Yeah, maybe to be safe. Yeah, that's a good point. I wing and try to catch another one.
You try to catch another one. Okay,
Yes,
well then.
just to be sure, more is better than. Maybe she
And-
does something wrong with doing the potion or whatever, and so.
Well, it's gonna be as easy as the first one. Whatever's on your fishing rod, it seems to be attracting those eels, and you have a second eel coming in
Yeah,
for
I
you.
tried to kill that too.
Just try to do
Yes,
the
and
same
it's
cycle
killed.
again.
Well, I'm an eel killing machine, so
We need
Well-
a good ale to go with this fishing.
mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so wonderful. As you've been all watching him murder some fish and get you some food or something for your potion, I would like everybody to do a small perception test. And if you feel comfortable doing this yourself, then please feel free to do it. Otherwise, I will request it in the chat for you.
Cogrum is
Cogrum
doing
is-
whatever.
Colgan loves you watching you fish, as he has never seen fish before in his life, or at least such beautiful fish. If they would have the beard, he might fall in love.
Okay,
I'm not
Fiona is
following very
distracted.
well. I used up all my luck last session. Now,
This will
Fair
be
enough.
interesting for the moments to come, and at least McKenna was able to spot something on this small island within this pond. You see a small creature sitting there and looking grumpy at you and your the people, the likes of you, and he doesn't seem to be too happy that you're here at his pond. Yeah, but he has not yet seen you noticing him. but he still looks broody at you.
McKenna comments, "Right, we should leave now. We're done here, right? We can go. We should go."
But we didn't catch him.
Why are you so anxious to leave? I'm just putting away the second eel. It's like kind of, maybe you should try to get a third.
Two's enough.
Fiona is, while this has been going on, Fiona is like throwing like dead leaves and little rocks into the pond.
Okay. So this...
McKenna rests his hands on his knives.
Mhm.
We should leave immediately. Now.
Yes.
We're leaving.
Always in a rush with you.
Okay, yeah, we can go. We've got the eel.
Okay,
Okay.
if you think so.
McKenna backs away from the pond rather than turning his back on this creature.
Okay. If the rest of you is following McKenna, or is anybody
Yeah,
staying?
yeah. I put away. I take it slow, but I put away the fishing rod and the eels first, and then I leave the
Okay.
lake and.
Well, lucky you. Once you reach the end of the grass here, I'm missing the word, but yeah, you're getting the entrance to the forest. The creature seems to be stopping here, and you're on your way to leave and come back to the main road. Yeah. So.
Right. So
Dodge that one.
the next time that I prompt us that we should be leaving a place, there was a strange creature that was coming across the pond that none of you seemed to notice, and I didn't particularly fancy being murdered and dragged into the pond to die.
Oh, what kind of creature was it? Was it like a friendly like animal or?
No.
Oh.
It
Are
was,
you sure?
Well, it was about your height and covered in black smoke and looked very much like it wanted to drag us to the bottom of that pond to kill us.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So no fortunes to gain. Just like, did you see any gold?
I mostly saw something that I didn't want to meet in a dark alley, so I chose the braver approach of a tactical retreat.
Always tactical retreats with you. It's not going down in the book of losses, all right?
It's not a loss if we leave before the fight starts.
It's not a loss if we live.
But what if it was guarding some treasure on that little island in the middle of the pond?
Maybe the real treasure was the eels we caught along the way.
Yeah, maybe.
It didn't seem like a very treasure-filled island to me.
On the other hand,
Certainly
if this
lacking in
creature
pirates.
dragged a lot of other adventurers into the pond, there might be a lot of loot down there.
Yeah.
You're welcome to go back and swim if you'd like.
No. Just pointing out there might be riches which we should come back to later, if we after we solve the tree issue.
Yeah. So are we gonna burn the tree now?
I think that's a
I've been
good
waiting to burn the tree for hours.
Burn the tree and avoid any badgers.
I think skunks were
Look,
last time.
The
you
badgers
were
are
Yeah,
firmly
I think
in. They
skunks.
lost.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to go back to the wonderful tree and take care of the nice tree. As you remember, I'm going to be these real quick. As you remember, this barren old tree grows in the clearing, looking like nothing much but 100 undead bugbear. It sits locally here in this center of your place and looks rather like a regular tree, and it's not raining anymore. Just have to check on the weather effects real quick. I'm sorry. Is it? No, the rain is gone.
Pardon, it looks normal now?
No, it still looks like an awful tree. It looks
Okay,
like
good,
old,
okay.
really scary at this place. And yeah, it still looks, but at least the skunk is gone. The dead badger seems to be taken away by some animals, so there's no spoils to be taken from him. But yes, you're here finally again at the tree.
Could I look around and try and see if there are any other animals that are kind of waiting to ambush us as we get closer to the tree?
If there are more animals, each animal defeated is 1 win in the book. I want that to be clear.
Well, you can fight the skunk, and
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you want to look for animals approaching or anything, you can once again try a perception roll to see if you spot something around your destination.
Ah,
There's one again in there. The first
finally a
one.
success.
So yes, there's Fiona. You don't see anything much going around here. So this is right now the animals seem to be gone somewhere else around here. So it's yeah, you ought to be safe right now from evil skunks or different kind of animals approaching.
This smaller tree next to McKenna, does it look dead and withered enough that he could knock it over?
You could absolutely try. There is at least something you could do. Would be a feat of strength. You can try to do to kick it over.
What would I roll for that?
Feat of strength. The skill is called feat of strength.
Oh, I see. I'm not going to be able to manage that. McKenna waves Colgrim over. Come here. We're going to need something to help accelerate a fire if we're going to burn this down. This should do, if you wouldn't mind.
Is it dry or is it really wet?
It rained a couple hours ago, but it's it's not too terribly dry, wet. I mean, if you have something to keep your fire going or start it. I don't know if you have any fire accelerants with you, like hard liquor or anything. It would be easy.
Can I cast my cantrip for Firefinger and just hold it up against the tree? Just a dry bit of bark, and I'm just gonna stand there for a while they're knocking down the other tree.
Yeah, what do I have to roll to cut up a tree into firewood and kindling?
With my finger out like this, just slowly, just a tiny little flame.
Yeah.
Equivalent of holding a Bic lighter to an actively growing tree.
Yeah, your fire cantrip might not be enough, as the tree is at least somewhat soaked in water, but not completely wet. It's it could be used as firewood if the fire starts burning, but using this tree to start a fire might be above your skills as a Boy Scout or Girl Scout.
Has someone a kind of oil lamp with him? Some lamp oil that might work. I only have a torch, and that might be too weak to burn a living tree.
That's why we're working on tearing down this dead one here.
I do have a tinderbox, but I can't imagine that it's particularly good.
No, it's just to kind of start the fire.
Anyway, how can I chop up this tree into kindling?
Well, you could use, I think woodworking might be a feasible skill you can use. You should be having woodworking as a skill. I can put it. Wonderful. Yes, you just use one of your axes, as you're carrying a lot of axes, which is very good. You have the battle axe and you have your rock cleaver, but the battle axe will be enough to cut this tree up without damaging your axe. And within a few minutes, you have cut this tree down and have it, sliced into smaller pieces to start a fire. If it would be very dry, it would burn like hell. But right now it's a little wet, so if you have some oil, that would help the process. Or if you have another idea how to dry the wood or get the fire started in the beginning.
could cast a fire spell on it. I say this to the group.
McKenna tears a few pages from the back of his journal, and kind of crumples them up a bit and piles them up against the wood near the base of the tree.
Well, if we're tearing pages out of books, and I'll tear a couple lost pages out of the book, and now they're gone. Whoops.
Okay. That should work. It starts by a little bit. Another fire. Mhm.
Do we need more wood? Should we cut down some more trees?
Oh, they're all basically the same. You have a big pile of wood. You just need to, start the fire. Which, once again, in this case, I think wood might be survival as a skill to, start the fire. And as the wood is
Can I just
your fire finger?
can I just use my cantrip? Yeah, just hold it up against the paper.
I try to help with flint and steel and the tinderbox to help ignite the fire.
Mhm.
At least one success.
Yeah. Well, you get the fire burning a little bit, so your small pile of wood starts slowly burning. It's not like a great big fire, but it's at least the fire started a little bit going on. Yeah, but you're far away from having a huge fire coming your way. So
Juice it up with some magic, lass.
So the pile of wood at the base of the tree is not really catching fire, or it's just like slowly burning.
it's slowly starting to burn a little bit. But yeah, please, y'all, the fire starts evaporating a little bit, and this not nicely looking dead tree, you feel like it starts squirreling and throwing around a few of his branches and kicking the fire out, basically, or hitting it out with its branches. The fire you started to, with hard work, created, the tree tries to fight it off.
What? The tree's moving?
Yes, it is.
Like the branches are coming down and batting out the fire?
Yes.
Okay, I take a
Oh,
step
cool.
back.
Yeah, I move back.
I think we need something more serious, like oil or something like that, or spirits to burn down that particular tree. So we should bring the eels to the crone and maybe try to get something burnable, really burnable, and try it again.
We could just
Yeah,
hit
I
the
think
tree.
that's-
If it wants to fight back, we'll give it one storm.
To be honest, this tree looks quite strong.
It's a bloody tree, mate.
Give it a try, Cogram. Give it a try if you want to. I step
Yeah.
back and let Cogram get
Yeah,
closer
I'm
to the
gonna
tree.
pull out my rock cleaver and attack the tree.
Okay.
McKenna says to Erastus,
Oh god.
"A gold piece," says the dwarf, "makes 10 feet the first time the tree hits it."
Corgrim has carefully pulled out his rock cleaver. It's a
I
massive
say more, actually.
You
Alright,
think,
roll.
higher
Yeah.
than 10?
Yeah, higher than 10.
Well, you can, as you want to hit the tree.
The tree has a token that should say something.
That's metagaming.
Well, you can target it now as it has a token. You can target it and you can hit it.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a good old forceful blow. Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Your mighty warrior takes his mighty axe and misses the tree.
I kind of slap McKenna into the side. How can you miss a tree? I mean, look at
The
that.
elves! The elves did it!
Well, he was drinking earlier.
Yeah, but that's his usual state. Cargrim,
Well-
that's the tree, not the other one.
Oh, silly me. Am I allowed to swing again and embarrass myself further?
Yes, please,
Oh,
please.
Please. Okay. Yeah, he's very embarrassed. Corgrim will like swing up for another one. It's like, how did I miss? Let's turn off. Oh, there we go. I didn't know I could do multiple forceful blow.
Oh, well, this one you see that you take your axe and want to swing at the tree. And last time you're sure you would have hit it, but the tree seemed to be moving. And this time the tree tried to move, but nevertheless you hit the tree, and you hit it pretty hard with your rock cleaver, and it really hurt the tree. You might think that it hurt the tree, but as you see, you try to retrieve your axe. It seems to be stuck a little bit there. It's very, very hard, and the tree already starts to regrowing behind your axe. So please try to do a feat of strength to pull your axe out of the tree before the wound seems to be healing.
Okay. Bloody tree! Give me back my hammer!
Yeah. As the might of the dwarf helps you, you just pull out the rock cleaver, but to your amazement and all your amazements, you see the wound where the dwarf hit this tree. It already starts to heal itself, and it looks like you can still see where the axe hit the wood, but it starts to heal again. It's almost like it has been hit a couple years ago, and not just mere seconds ago. So this
Bloody elf.
wretched tree seems to be not on your side.
Okay, I
Okay.
think this is going nowhere. Maybe we should check with the old lady and
Excellent plan I came up
ask-
with. We should talk to the old lady. Let us go. This is not an elf, it's a tactical retreat.
yes, definitely. And it's basically like hitting a stone wall. Oh no, sorry, dwarves do that all the time. It's like basically hitting the ocean. It's there's no use to it. So we need to ask the old lady also about the kind of curse. Maybe she could give us some light, and if it's the usual behavior of the tree to regenerate, stomp
Maybe.
out fire and stuff like that.
Maybe
she has a
Fiona,
bigger axe.
bigger X is always good. Maybe Fiona, you want to try a magical lore again? Maybe you have some idea what this might be happening, why this tree might be so wondrous, because you're pretty sure that it's not always a well, that's what the tree would do. It would heal itself after a battle axe hits itself at this location. Always good. Always wins. Once the tree is cursed, it heals himself, or even every tree. You lost touch to your nature. And probably you didn't pay much attention in magical lore, as you thought as an elf you know it all better.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you decided to make a good retrieve, which this is a good idea to leave this wretched tree behind you and bring the eel to Saturnia to have your transformation elixir brewed for you. So as you are continuing down the road, it's a couple miles up downhill to come back to Saturnia's housing. You see yourself on a forest path, unlike the ones you saw before. Luckily, it stopped raining, and you have once again wandered through the woods of Aventuria, and you remember this looks similar to places before you've seen where ravens and other animals were around. But as you're, walking to get past to get your eel away, you just can follow the mighty path in front of you.
This adventure has been too much walking for my liking.
I feel like it's a bad idea for me to be going first.
Well, if we would
moving
earn
very
some more
slowly.
money, we could maybe buy some horses or ponies. But the problem is we seem to kind of attract jobs which do not give us enough money.
Problem is we lose our money anytime we get it. Canna.
Okay.
Look, it was an honest gamble.
We've talked about that. There are no honest gambles with you.
If we had won, we'd have been rich men and women.
Did you
Been
have to
rich.
gamble our fifth party member?
I don't want to talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
We'll get them back. I'm
Eventually.
certain of it.
Well, so are we kind of being watched again?
Maybe at least Corgrim, you feel like, like before, this forest, or at least its inhabitants, seem to be happy about you, and you feel like some nuts clinging against your armor. And if you want to try to do a perception roll, maybe you can see something.
Okay.
Very well, you don't see that much, but that's okay. McKenna, you look around, you're standing next to Corgrim. You think there's squirrels in the trees and throwing nuts at Corgrim. You don't like him every so often, but he's your friend. But those squirrels seem to not like him at all, and they start throwing nuts at him, which don't seem to be hurting, but at least they're throwing at him and looking at him, grimish.
Hurting his dignity. What is left of it?
This reminds me of that tavern we were in Lohingen. You remember with
We said we weren't going to talk about that.
no, with the not that time, the other time with that orc who kept hurling the bar nuts at your face.
How was I supposed to know his wife? All right.
Yeah, well,
And while you're discussing this, one of the squirrels just jumps out of the tree and, unfortunately, it wants to. It will attack our dear friend Corgrim because it's an evil little squirrel, and I will allow you to roll initiative. All of you to roll initiative real quick here. I'm just gonna put you in combat mode. So if you want to feel like rolling initiative, that would be amazing.
Now the squirrels want to challenge me. Clearly, they did not hear of my legacy.
Why do the animals seem to hate you so much?
Only fuck their wives too.
Okay, so
I need to roll initiative. Wait a second. There. Yeah, well,
wonderful.
I'm slow at the moment.
That is very good. Now we have our the first round of initiatives, and this very, very nicely looking squirrel, or I don't know if you might want to call it nice.
It's called Death Squirrel. It's not nice looking.
Come on.
Oh my
Got it
god.
on break.
Well, these are TD graphics are always making things look nice. So even the death squirrel looks rather sweet, but nevertheless, it wants to attack our dear friend Corgrim, as it seems to be not liking him. But And as it jumps from this tree, it will try to attack him with his horn. And it will hit him. So you can now try to roll for your reaction. So just to give you, I think it's the second time you got attacked, or the first time you got attacked? Killed the badger.
We killed the badger, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, the death squirrel, its name is wonderful. It jumps with its horn and jumps through your armor and pierces you. And it will hurt you.
Bloody tree rat.
Yeah, so that was the turn of my squirrel, so now it's on your turn, Corgan. You can now make this poor thing as it tries to jump from the tree. Yeah, it's reckless jump from the tree made it stuck to your armor, but now it's your turn to repay the favor.
Oh man.
But you decide to not
So
hit
small.
again. You can, if you want to, you can try to re-roll if you have some fate points left, if you want to. Or you
Corgrim
can...
doesn't trust in luck.
Okay, doesn't trust in luck. That's wonderful. So
That explains a lot.
Yes, my friend, get him! Get that ferocious!
He's so small! Can I hold him down?
I thought McKenna was talking to the squirrel.
yeah.
Alright, I'm happy where I am.
Okay, so then if you if you hit the end turn button, then it would be turn of Orestes, who is now ready to help.
Okay, I see that the problem my fellow dwarven friend has with the squirrel. So I draw my weapon and run and try to hit the squirrel, and not hitting the dwarf in the same instance. And I use my slave death.
Useless slave test, wonderful.
Oh, I have to choose the squirrel as the target?
Yes, please. Please target the squirrel.
T, isn't it? Yeah.
T for target, yes. It's
Yeah.
enabled, and then yes, you try to hit the poor little squirrel. It seems like you don't like animals, people. I don't know why. But
I don't like animals who attack my friends.
Yeah. So you help your friend in the mightiest way possible with your slave debt and decapitate this poor little squirrel.
Oh.
Well, we've got dinner.
Yeah. I wouldn't eat that. It looks weird.
I've eaten stranger creatures.
Okay, to be honest, I'm maybe Fiona can help us out here, but I don't know how the northern woods work, because down south they seem to be a bit different. But all these creatures attacking us, it seems a bit odd. Is that common here in the north?
Yeah, it is really strange. I'm gonna move closer to the dead, decapitated body of the squirrel and see if there's anything strange about it.
Well, it's a regular death squirrel probably, but you hear more noises in the trees above you, and now the nut flies directly at Corgrim. Once again, it flies directly onto Corgrim, and you're pretty sure you can spot a few more of these beautiful creatures in the surrounding trees around you, and I'm just gonna move them up a little bit so you can see them. Yeah, they are in the trees around you and hurling nuts at your friend. And if Orestes, if you want to end your turn, I can.
Oh, already did.
You can do something else, Fiona. Fiona, if you haven't done something real yet, you can try to do something else. But you see at least two more of these nice little creatures waiting around.
Ah. Hmm.
And these nice
I'm going
squirrels
to-
seem to be very enraged, but as of now, you've felt that you think they only have a problem with Corgrim, as they only throw nuts at him, not at you.
Huh. Okay. So I guess I'm going to turn around to the squirrel behind me. This one.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say, "Oh, I'm really sorry," and speak some magical words, and move my hands and cast Blinding Flash.
Okay. Mhm. And you succeed. This is wonderful. So now, oh no, sorry.
Oh no!
No, it's my fault. Sorry, I did this to the wrong one. I need to get the confusion away. Perfect. I had Corgrim still selected, not the squirrel. The effect target. So now the squirrel seems to be a little confused. So you helped confuse it already.
And before I end my turn, I'm just going to say after that, I think maybe we should just leave? All the animals just really seem to hate you, Corgrim, for some reason, but maybe if we leave, it'll be fine.
I mean, it's fair. Most people that meet him hate him as well.
But first, they have to get to know me normally, right?
Generally not.
I mean, I'm keen on decapitating more squirrels, but we can leave if you think.
Okay. So
Hey, don't get me wrong, Corgrim, but it seems they're always attacking you first. Do you have something on you which might attract these animals?
Perhaps they've just recognized my role as party tank.
maybe you guys remember this one moment. So there's nothing to recollection as a skill, but there was this one episode where you had Raven of the Witcher around you, and he said some strange sounding noises, words. Especially you, Fiona, you might remember this particular moment, and magic lore might help you as well. You know, have an idea what might be causing. Or you, McKenna, who has a face full of warts from a nice-looking old lady. This could be very interesting for you guys.
Oh, yeah. Actually, come to think of it, I think the Raven cursed you.
Me? No, couldn't.
Yeah. I think you've been cursed.
And as you remember this one, the next squirrel jumps on you and attacks because it's a nice little squirrel. It jumps over McKenna and it once again tries to attack you with its horn. And it will succeed unless you dodge it or parry, you know, depending on do you have a cleaver or your.
I have a shield.
Oh, unarmed critical an unconfirmed critical success. So yeah, you just smack it away with your shield, and it falls to the floor. But and that is the turn of McKenna now. There's a scroll directly in front of you, and what do you want to do?
McKenna steps back a few yards, and while shouting, "Corgrim, stop moving!" He's going to make use of Rain of Iron.
Ooh.
The damn rats are trying to get into my armor. How am I supposed to stay still during that?
Now, I'm not entirely sure how to roll this.
Well, you just select the scroll as a target, and you start the roll, and you just put the modifier of -2 to the first roll, then you do the same one again and just manually put it to -4. This is not automated, I think. No, the multiple attacks are not. So
Now,
you have to do this.
I also happen to have Sharpshooter, which I think reduces penalties.
The sharpshooter allows you, I think, to increase your damage while getting you more. Making.
No, that'd be the precise shot.
That's the price.
Sharpshooter. Oh, sorry. It only reduces the modifier for distance and movement resulting.
Yeah. Okay.
So doesn't apply here.
Then you can feel free to throw your rain of iron upon the squirrel. Okay, and you have a success, which is very good. And but the squirrel once again tries to deflect. Okay. Okay, so the squirrel, instead of jumping away from your dagger, decides to jump into your dagger, and the second one just successfully hits it more. And this poor thing is not left as a squirrel. You cannot see anymore this one as a squirrel, where the last one was merely, hacked into halves. You overkilled this one by so much that it's nothing left to be eaten. But when you see your beautiful dagger sticking out of the floor, so you can pick him up later on again.
And I think that concludes my actions for this turn, but do I have any room left to maneuver or act?
You can move up to 8 feet around anyway while you do it. While you do this, I give you that.
Right, he's going to bravely hide behind Fiona.
Wonderful. So,
Behind me?
and if you please put end turn, then it's the turn of Korgrim. Wonderful. So Korgrim, it is your turn. You see at least 2 of those mighty evil death squirrels waiting to.
I shall take them out.
Okay, you bravely approach it and try to kill it. That's wonderful. And it will try to dodge your attack. And once again, you decide to,
Take that, evil rat.
And yes, you killed the poor bastard. And well, it's poor. I'm not sure. It's not even poor. It's you killed it. You killed the animal, and that would conclude your turn. If you please, once again, hit the end turn. Wonderful. Then the last of the death scrolls. It's rather far away from you, but still, it seems like it has a death wish like all his comrades. Makes a squirrely noise, and it will try to attack you once again with his horn.
Have at me, squirrel.
Okay, as Fiona confused this poor little squirrel, it botched, and it botched heavily.
220s is really bad.
Yeah, that's
Squirrel
the
jumps
worst.
directly into his axe.
Yeah, I would yeah, it cannot do anymore, but it's basically, instead of jumping into you, it jumped into the floor and just staggering there. And I give you just attack, a pass-by attack, because this thing is just so easily, it's stuck with his horn down in the floor, so you can just, try to hit it, but you feel like hitting a squirrel on the floor is not a fair fight.
No, I must fight honorably. Certainly that wasn't a miss.
Okay, so it's the squirrel is done with his turn, and it's Orestes' turn.
Well, since there's a squirrel directly in front of me, it's easy to attack that little bastard, and I'll try to hit it with my slave death. And I failed.
Yeah.
Well,
At least you didn't hit Korgrim.
no, at least I didn't hit Korgrim, and he seems to be fine at the moment, so I will not use the fate point. I will let fate its way and just end my turn.
Okay.
Oh, I don't really know if I want to kill these things. They don't really seem like they're corrupted or anything. They just hate Korgrim because of a curse.
Maybe they are
Somebody
part
else.
of the curse, so...
Somebody else kill it. I don't want to kill this poor little creature.
Coward.
Else.
Look, I think it's perfectly acceptable not to murder something just for hating Korgrim. McKenna repositions and proceeds to let's give Precise Shot a try. And
Yep.
So, throwing dagger. And modifier. 2 per level. I think I took Precise Shot 2, so 4 for the penalty. And go.
Okay, you throw your...
Do over.
Okay. Then please roll a fate point. And you hit. And it has, as it's stuck in the floor, it cannot resist you. And it, once again, it is killed by your mighty dagger instantly. There's nothing left. So...
Well
you
done,
killed it.
my friend, well done.
Right. Can we all get on with things now that our dear friend is done being attacked by every...
Yeah,
random
maybe
squirrel that
we
happens to
should...
be in the forest?
Yeah, I think the old lady might even be able to help us with this. Yeah, let's hurry back.
I must jot down 4 wins in the book.
Maybe we should try disguising you with some leaves and bushes and things so that you don't stand out as much. So
And
animals can't
rub
spot
him
you.
into squirrel blood or something like that.
Yeah, or squirrel blood, or dirt, or a combination. Maybe we can get some blood. and
I
some
like the
dirt.
idea. I
Smear
take
it
some
on
of
his
the
face.
squirrel blood together with some mud and throw it at Korgrim.
You're being all of you are being absurd. Korgrim will take squirrels and just start shoving the dead squirrels into his clothing.
Okay. While you're discussing what you're doing, I would like you to have one more perception check real quick.
Uh-oh.
Um,
It's not over yet.
Arestas, you see something. Fiona, you don't see it. Korgrim, you see something. And last but not least, McKenna, you wanna roll? Oh, you don't see anything. but-
McKenna's too busy picking his knives back up.
Well, wonderful. While you look around, the ones of you who manage your perception test, you see an old friend sitting in the trees, and we want to have another initiative.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
It's the bloody raven. Uncurse me, you foul fiend!
Okay. As Korgrim, it's your turn. You start the raven. You hear the raven. In this forest, you're a prey. Go away or die, I say. If you leave the woods today, I will spare you further pain. If you do intend to stay, then predators will make you prey. That's what the
I don't know if you've been keeping track, you rhyming bird, but Korgrim has won 100% of the fights. No losses, only tactical retreats.
Okay, it's your turn.
He's talking to birds again, isn't he?
Yeah. But it's your turn.
I still don't believe Korgrim actually has a ranged weapon.
I don't think you have. I'm not sure if you have a crossbow with you or something. But I think you don't.
Nope. So I will simply shout back at the bird, and then my turn.
Okay. Restless, it's your turn.
Yeah, well, the problem is I have my sword in my hand, so I have to switch to short bow. If I just drop my sword, can I pick up the short bow and shoot at the same turn, or do I have to wait another turn?
Do you have quick draw? Or I'm not sure if you have quick draw or anything.
I don't think so. I will check.
Load. You have quick load, but not quick.
No, I have quick load, yeah.
No, you can drop the sword, pick up the bow, and shoot next round.
Okay, I do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and turn.
Piana, it's your turn.
I immediately turn around and cast a spell, speaking the words, and moving my hand, and cast my. I can't pronounce this very well. Fulminicus.
Fulminicus.
Fulminicus. Yeah. The fire spell, and cast it at the bird.
Actually, it's not a fire spell. It's more like a mana arrow that you're shooting, but not to be technical.
Oh yeah, it's not really a fire, is it? It's more like
it's an invisible arcane spell. But that's good. It will do damage anyway. Just target the beast and yeah, and you make a success and you hit this beast. It doesn't like what you've done. It starts trembling and some feathers fall down as the organs inside seem to be ripped a little bit. But yeah. So okay,
right.
now it's...
So McKenna is going to move into a better vantage point to hit the raven without hitting his own people, and he's going to promptly Rain of Iron this thing. His favorite opener.
Please do so.
First throw, no additional penalty. Second, -2. Third, -4. Okay. So, first throw.
Okay, the first throw. Okay.
Second throw. And third.
I really like that skill. I have never had it before in one of my players. I really working on a concept for my own, and I think, yeah, as all of you, 3 of your daggers throw into this evilish bird, it falls down with 3 daggers in its heart and stops breathing. The last thing you hear is you seem to be hearing a screamish, and you feel the agony of not just the raven but somebody else as you murder the familiar of which, well, murder is the wrong word. You fought and won. Murdered would be something else. This was very successfully.
I've had quite enough of animals in this god's damn forest. I'm done here.
I would like to stuff the raven into my armor as well. Just to be safe.
McKenna reclaims his knives first.
Feel free to do so.
Okay. Okay, let's get to the old lady and then get on. So, if the raven belongs to the warlock, we actually just kind of annoyed the warlock, and on the other hand, might have weakened him by killing this bird, because he seemed to have a link to the bird. So that might be an advantage.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's no longer watching us and doing, curse things at us.
Yeah, the question is this curse still active? But we will see that. Corgrim, could you take the front of the group?
Absolutely. I'm not afraid.
I pick up my sword and now I walk around with a bow in hand, and I am ready if any other animal kind of tried to attack our fellow dwarf.
That's wonderful. You arrive at remembering the wonderful place where you've stayed with your friends. The short flight of stairs beneath the rude woods lead into the hidden cave beneath the old oak, and the old witch Saturnia waits for you there. Yeah. You're already back, noble adventurers.
Yes.
Nobody's seen you.
Well, a lot of animals have seen us, and that actually, that we have a few questions. First, I have the eels, which you suggested might help us. So here are two of these. I give her the eels. The other thing is we came across the witch's tree, and there was a kind of text written on the tree, which seems like a curse. And all the area around the tree was like kind of rotten and having this dark feeling about it, or aura about it. So maybe you can give us some insight into what this is all about. And the third thing is, as we mentioned before, we came across a raven. And it seems that raven kind of cursed my dwarven friend here. And since that, a lot of animals try to attack him. And is there any way, if it's really a curse, I don't get me wrong, I do not know anything about curses and how these things work. So if there is something like a curse like that, would it be possible to remove it? Because, to be honest, it gets quite annoying if every kind of squirrel, badger, skunk, or whatever is crawling around in these woods is attacking us.
Never mind the damned woodland creatures. Look what she did to my face.
Well, that's an improvement, isn't it? It gives you this kind of rough, battle-worn look.
Yeah. Well, she takes a look at your friend Corgrim, who's, by the way, those birds in her cave kind of make really anxious noises once he's getting close to them. She takes a look at him, and she will do she's doing a short spell and looking at you and says, "Certainly, you seem to be cursed by the Witcher. But let me help you." And
do you need decapitated squirrels? I have a few.
That might help for something else. And she holds out her hand for you to give her some squirrels.
Oh, I got a bird too.
Okay.
Well, that's in the pond.
Yeah. Well, she mixed it all together. She takes one of the squirrels, puts a little squirrel blood, some worms, some fungus, just mashes it up, puts it together with some water, and gives it to you. Please drink this. And she hands the same one to you, McKenna. You also might want to drink this.
Well, it can't taste
Drinking?
worse than the local ale.
Well, I suppose it isn't that late in the day. And he uncorks and swallows.
She has a devilish grin on you, on her face. I didn't know you guys would be that desperate, but okay. And she just performs a little spell, and your wards that you some of you might remember this wonderful curse she put on you while you were yelling at her place. She breaks the spell, and the wards diminish instantly. Same as to you, Korgrim. You feel like nothing but the birds around her. They don't hate you anymore, so you can take the status of the curse away from you if there's one left. I'm not sure. But yes, she lifted the curses of you guys. So please give me the raven. And she really looks at your dead raven as well.
I didn't kill it. It was kind of.
I did. That one's mine. You have it in the book as belonging to me, right? That win.
Yeah. I marked it down right under the Kanal win chart.
Yeah, the Cordax will not be happy with you guys, so you need to make your attempt count, or he will take his revenge on you, as you've just killed his familiar, who he really likes.
Okay,
yeah.
About the text on the tree, and I try to kind of recite the text to her. Does that mean anything to you?
She looks at you. Not really. But let me think. So she will try to, maybe she has some better luck with her knowledge. No, she doesn't. No, I have no idea what happened here on this tree. I've never seen this engraving, and I don't know who this Vic is. But Cordax, as I said, he is the evil witcher, and he will be angry with you guys for killing his raven. So make sure my potion will work for you. And he hands her potion to McKenna. So now you have the transformation elixir in your possession. With this potion, if you make Cordax drink it, he will be incapacitated 5, maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes as a toad. So then you can subdue him and make sure he doesn't cast any more spells. I don't know, but shove his mouth to and glue his arms together. Whatever you do, you noble adventurers. But if the time passes, he will revert back to his normal form and be able to cast his spells again against you.
My lady, do you have any liquor?
She looks him back, and she just pulls out whatever bottle. This might be something. I don't know.
Perfect. And if I could borrow 3 cups.
Okay, you get 3 dirty cups.
He wipes out the inside with a cleaning cloth. Perfect. And he stows them.
So the time is passing, and the Cordax is even more anxious than before. You should leave and take care of the problem, like you promised. I don't want to be in the presence of him when the moon hits the sky at full strength.
Certainly. Right. If we've nothing else here.
Okay. To the mill?
To the mill.
Oh, yeah.
To the mill. So, a long journey awaits you. It takes several hours, but apparently the spell worked. You are not anymore cursed. The animals seem to be leaving you alone, and you feel blessed by this, because if you look around you, at some places you see claw marks of bears and wolves. So this could have been something different and a mere squirrel attacking you. But luckily, you guys kept your promise so far, and which lifted the curse. as you feel, there are more mysteries in this forest, but that might be part for another day. But so on, you can now continue onwards. You are at the crossroads. If you look on your left side, you see a mountaintop closing by, which nobody told you much about that one. Apparently, some of the witches might have some rituals there, but that's not the way to the mill. The mill would be going forward on the road, unless you want to proceed and go onto the mountaintops, which... Good. And the time progresses, and you keep on walking and walking and walking. Your feet gets more heavy. The night approaches. As we have a little more time here, we are getting closer to the mill, and the sun goes down, the moon starts to rise. It's not full moon yet, but in a couple of hours it will be. So you're approaching the mill, the old mill that you heard so much about in the past, and you arrive on the pathway close to the mill. It's slightly illuminated. This is the place where the villagers go to meet Kordax, the evil witcher. This is the place where the witches are afraid of. This is the place where you will find Kordax.
Well, let's give them a polite welcome, being hello.
Okay. As you approach the mill, it seems quiet around here, maybe even too quiet. But this is a strange place. It doesn't feel too good. And please do a perception roll for me. Fiona, luckily you did the perception. You managed your perception. And I would love to have Fiona do a magic lore roll as well, as she spotted something on the floor, and then I can do more explanation.
Botch.
This is very, very, very extremely good. I really like your...
You should have rolled the triple one and as the first roll.
No.
Well...
something catches your eyes. It's around here on... You can see it looks almost like a circle around the mill. It's toadstool, all kind of sizes. You have magical symbols weaved into plants. You have raven feathers and other fetishes as part of plants dangling from the trees and the flowers. So this seems to be a very, very beautiful home because it has nothing to do with magic. You're assured of that one. This is just purely cosmetic, and this guy really likes to have feathers, raven, some bones in here. This is very, very beautiful, you think?
McKenna comments. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Fiona?
I can see all of these things around the mill. They're completely harmless. It just looks like really nice decoration. We should be fine to go up to the door.
The thing the crazy person carved into the tree say something about drawing a circle around your home and a curse.
Yeah, I just thought the same thing, McKenna. I think 3 circles or something like that. Thrice draw the circle around your home. The curse will find them where they roam. So that might be the circle or one of 3 circles. So the question is, I don't know how magic really works, but the question is, if we disturb this circle, does it break it?
Yes.
Well, she sounds certain.
Yeah, confident.
Yeah, I think so. If this is something to do with the magic circle, we can break it and it'll stop working.
Okay.
It's really a bit of
So
a
I just
toss-up
hit it with
what
an axe,
Fiona actually
or-
knows or not. It's like...
Okay. I step forward and basically try to disrupt the circle just where it crosses the pathway.
Just one quick question once again. The elixir you got, if you want to give it to Cortex, he needs to be drinking it voluntarily or involuntarily, but he needs to be drinking it. So making a lot of noise might allow him, awake him and alarm him of your presence, just as a reminder. So, but if you feel like just smashing everything up, feel free to go ahead. I'm happy with everything you want to do, just as a reminder.
Okay, I look at the other guys and girl. Maybe we should talk about our approach first. Like, do we want to overwhelm him and force him to drink the stuff, or do we kind of want to talk to him and getting, like, kind of into a drinking game? I mean, McKenna is good at that, and Corgrim as well. So we might actually be able to get him with something like that and slip him the potion. But it will take longer, and it might be a bit more of a risk than trying to overwhelm him, in my opinion. But I'm just a blunt sword, so...
Well, can't we do that first? And then if that fails, we try and overwhelm him?
That was my thinking.
Just point my axe where you want it.
Well, okay, then we knock at the door and say, hey, hi, do you want to have a drink?
I was thinking that, well, I was thinking we announce ourselves. I mean, if he chooses to answer the door, then that's perfect. If not, I suppose we go with option B.
Oh, wait, we're the guys who killed this raven, aren't we?
Yes. At least Fiona knows something about the connection between a witcher and a warlock. This is Raven, so he might know your faces already and not be too pleased of seeing you in his mansion.
I was thinking I could start out with offering a drink as a kind of apology for the misunderstanding.
I like that idea. You go to the door, try to offer him the drink. I stay back here at the circle, and the moment the trouble starts, I try to break the circle.
I thought we did the breaking of the circle not work.
Not yet. We did. I just stopped that because a voice in my head kind of reminded me that it might be not a good idea to disturb it already. But on the other hand, if we try to want to talk to the guy, it might be a good idea not to make too much kind of hustle before we talk to him. And we already did that with killing the bird. So
right. Corgrim? Corgrim?
Yeah.
Where did he go?
where's Corgrim?
The damn dwarf. I hope he's not chopping down anything.
What do you want?
Ah, there he is.
Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that I was scrolled off to a black part and didn't know that we are on the scene. I'm like staring at a black screen like, man, we're gonna get this in one day, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Just I need you for a moment. Just come here. Come here. That's right. Good friend. Now, what do you make of these bones and feathers and blood and things?
Well,
Come on,
it
give it a
appears
close look.
someone Yes, let me look closer. I believe someone has had a lot of W's, right? And tried to
While-
eat animals.
While he's talking, McKenna gives him a gentle shove from behind.
Bloody Kenna!
He waits. Did anything happen?
The dwarf fell over the circle and yelled at you. That was basically what happened here.
Right. Seems well enough. Thanks, friend.
Unusual approach, but well.
Trustworthy as always.
Kenna, one of these decades, you'll get your comeuppance.
Oh, I'm certain. Many people have promised. McKenna raps on the door. Hello?
Okay. You knock on the door.
I've come tendering an apology. There's been a misunderstanding.
You hear a voice from above you as you see this mill has at least 2 stories, and somebody appears on the window above you. What do you want, you puny little men? You slayed my raven. You will pay for this.
I assure you, friend, it was a complete misunderstanding. We've come to apologize. I've brought this fine liquor. I thought perhaps we could share it, and you could tell us how we may aid you in returning your raven.
He looks
Do you
at
want a fast talk roll for that?
Please. Oh, very successful. Yes.
Nice.
This was very good. I'm not sure if I can trust you. You are the one killing his raven, right? You threw the daggers.
Yes.
I will open the door shortly if you apologize, you puny little men. But first, feel my revenge. And you have a terrible pain in your spine. You feel like somebody rammed a sword into it. You know, old people, witches. I don't know. In Germany, we call it.
Why are you attacking me? We've come to apologize. Oh my god.
So yeah, it's witch choice. I don't. It's probably the proper name. I'm not sure, but in Germany we call it the Hexenschuss. If you lift something as an old man, you have it in your back. This is what just happened to you, and you automatically receive penalty of pain. Feel my pain, you bastard! But if you apologize and bow to my will, I will let you in.
I've already said I'm sorry. Oh.
I don't think this approach is working, everyone.
I agree.
Oh no, I disagree. This is wonderful. Keep going.
No,
Fine.
we can work this
Plan
out.
B.
We can work this out.
He also said you were smelly.
Corcoran, stop helping.
I would like to cast Spider Walk.
Okay.
Interesting.
On myself.
Okay.
And then, can I start climbing up to the 2nd floor next to the window and onto the roof above where he's like above? So go past.
Yes, you can.
Go past.
okay,
and then
while-
onto the roof above the window.
Yes. While you do this, he slams shut his his windows so that not let you in. But yeah, he seems to be he's fond of making people feel a lot of pain, and you also feel it is destroyable pain in your spine. It really hurts hurting now, and this wonderful man just offered you with the same lumbago spell as he did McKenna, so you now feel like an old lady, even though elven don't age and don't feel the effects of age, but you feel it now. You feel really, really, really hurt right now. You come to, and he yells, you come to overwhelm me. Try your best, and you have no chance.
Yeah, well,
puny.
okay.
While the guy's distracted,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna- Can I just drop a rope down from where I'm on the roof so you can basically climb up to the window that he was at?
Sure. Maybe we want to go into combat mode and just make it, turn-based, so everybody can do whatever he wants to. At least, please, feel free to finish your sentence, and then I would like to go into combat mode.
McKenna was going to use the fact that he was focusing on casting a spell on Fiona to slip inside the front door and hopefully drop into some stealth.
Okay, you can do that. And as you go in the entrance room, this is the room where you think Cordax will find receive the villagers to convey them into their little tricks, give them portions for deeds, and this is the way how little Alric would imagine having this room. There's heavy curtains, magic signs, magic symbols, some stuffed animals or mounted animals on the wall. This looks, just like a room how you would imagine having a fortune teller at a fair, and pretend to be a witch or be a witch. You don't know. Witches are real. So this room looks just like you would imagine a witch receiving you in pomp and making you, feel supernatural, and then take all your money and give you some worthless or worthful portion. And Cal, Orestes, you want to be a leader this round? This is amazing.
yes. I try to read the situation and start to give basically advice to all my fellow group members, like, okay, you take this side, and Corgrim, you move up to the right and try to circle around him, and Piana, you come from above and encourage them that we can overwhelm this critter controlling fiend. And
Finally, a real fight.
And I make my roll, and it failed, and I tried to use my fate points for it, so it no, that didn't work. Now it worked. Okay.
So now your entire party will receive a bonus on attack, defense for next combat round. Very good. You use your skills wisely. But then let's please go ahead and try to change into combat mode. Just gonna enable this for all of us here. No, just put you in combat mode. Let's put this one up. So I think I have you. I hope I have you all. And please roll for initiative. Okay. And let's begin our adventure journey into the cave or the mansion of the Witcher.
Do I see him at the moment? No.
No, he's in the upper floor.
Okay.
And if you go in here, there's if you go in the first room, this is a corridor which has wooden stairs that will connect it to the upper floor. Other than that, this room looks rather empty. Nothing special about it. you feel like this is not a place where Kordax will leave his regular, customers. This is his private room.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Can I? Well, is the distance running up the stairs enough to still do something else this round, or would it be like kind of a extended run?
Since you have to run up the stairs, it will be extended run, and you will be out of options when you're upstairs.
Okay. Okay, what I then do is just to make sure that he's alone, I basically run up here and open the door to make sure if we are alone in the building.
Yeah, you can open up.
Okay.
Okay, in this room there's an antechamber with a coat rack in it. So it's a rather empty room. But remember, his Kordax now knows that you're in his lair, and he will try to do anything to stop you. And he might have the advantage as it's home ground. You're very dashing, brave adventurers telling him you're there.
Yeah, well, he attacked 2 of my comrades, so that ship has sailed.
Wonderful. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Anything
I think
else you wanna
I think that's it for this turn. So I'm.
And up the stairs, you hear a voice. You have no chance against me. Leave now, and I might spare your life.
We're here to apologize, and we're not taking no for an answer.
Okay.
I like that.
This is very good. And you hear him mumble something upstairs, which sounds okay, but Orestes right behind you. The coat rack, for some unknown reason, starts to move.
Okay.
But nevertheless, Kogrim, it's now your turn.
I'm not afraid of any furniture. Where's the coat rack?
One room further down. You have to pass Orestes.
Can I get there one turn or no?
Yes, you can get in there, but you can try to attack. But it will be difficult by 2, so you have to reduce your difficult level, your target level. Make it.
Okay. Where do I do that on this?
Just attack it, and then you just put -2 on it on the roll.
There's a lot of boxes in there. Is that the? Oh, I think I found it.
Yes. Okay. You hit the.
How about you stick?
Yeah, you hit the stick with your weapon, and you feel very confident because every fighting stick or every broom or broomstick or coat rack you killed in the past or destroyed while drinking in the bars would now be broken and shattered into thousands of pieces. This one doesn't seem to be scratched at all. It's like your axe didn't even touch the wood.
Rude.
Now it's time for Fiona.
So I don't see any of this. I'm on top of the roof.
Yes, well, you're on top of the roof. Let me just move you real quick so you can be on the second scene. You're now on top of the roof in the upper level. So just find your character.
So I'd like to sort of lean out over the roof and smash the window that Kordax was on.
Yes.
And then sort of climb we're inside.
Okay. You can try to, do a attack roll, please, to attack the window and break it. Especially if you're dangling from upstairs and trying to smash the window. Mhm.
Just a normal attack roll.
Yes. And you
Nope.
You're you shatter the glass a little bit, but not wide enough that you can enter. Then, but you announce your presence and you're trespassing with a loud shattering of glass. But that's okay. If
Okay,
anybody
cool.
knew you were here already, they know now that you're here.
Okay, cool.
I think that will be end turn for you right now.
Yep.
Kana, it's your turn.
Are these candles on this table next to him actually lit?
Yes.
Okay. What's the construction of this building?
Oh god.
It's a mixture of wood and stone.
Cool. So on his way past, McKenna's going to use the candles on the table to light the sofa on fire.
Okay. Yes.
On the premise that it's just going to spread, so this guy wants to curse him with back pain. He's going to curse him with... McKenna's going to curse him with a burned down house.
Finally, we burned something. Ulisses streamers will be proud of you. That we finally burned something.
And then he's going to wisely just proceed up the stairs.
Okay, once you come upstairs, the wooden stairs crack under your feet and you come to the upper floor. It's basically the same moment somebody smashes a window. The cracking of the wood is not the most loudest noise here. The corridor is somewhat wider than the ground floor and enters into a newer looking wall. The door, only one door upstairs leads away from the to a different room, which will be the granary. I hope I could pronounce this correctly. Yeah, that's what the upper floor looks like to you.
All right. McKenna will hold there until he either hears or sees something that leads him to believe he can find this warlock.
Okay. Corgrim, you always seem to be in the center of attention from this everything. And the wreck you just attacked doesn't like to be attacked, and it attacks you back. But yeah, your shield parries also a fighting attacking code rack. So yes.
You'll have to be tougher than that, Broom.
Okay, I see that the broom
Correct.
attacks Corgrim, so I step next to Corgrim and try to slash that broom with my slave death. And hopefully I hit this time.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, you hit it, and once again you hit with the might of your sword or with your slave death. But once again, this wood doesn't even seem to be splintering by the force of your power of your sword. Your cut swirls with it in half. You defeated mighty Raven. No, Raven didn't kill Raven. You killed badgers with it, even slavers, but not fighting stick. The broom seems to be unbreakable for you. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Odd. Well, maybe Corgrim has more luck than me.
How dare you enter my home? You will pay you.
We don't have any money.
One of you heroes. And yeah. You McKenna, you hear in behind the wall, you know, the door you see in front of you, this one up here on the first floor. Behind that, the voice was coming from the evil witcher. I am in alliance with powers you can't even imagine. Subdue now or face the consequences. And that's about all he did. And it's Korgrim's turn now again.
Oh yeah, we're really gonna teach this animate object a lesson.
You hit the fighting stick, and yeah, it once again you hit it, and everything else would be broken in this room, but not the fighting stick. As you have now attacked it several times, and you know it's not made out of dwarven steel. This might have something to do with something else. So Fiona might know what to do this, but you can also, I grant you, the two of you, some intelligence, and you spend a lot of time with Fiona. So maybe you want to do magic lore before you start attacking next time. Yes, this might even be unbreakable what you're attacking. You know, if you've seen it with Fiona's stick magic staff, that is unbreakable. If you hit that with a battle axe, it doesn't even have a scratch. This broom works the same way, so magic lore might give you more ideas of it, but yeah, it seems to be hard to.
Perhaps we ignore this animate object. We tactically retreat to the fight upstairs. We don't. It's not an L. In fact, it's a W. We have subdued the threat. Am I able to leave and go upstairs then?
No, as you're in the, you just attacked. You
Okay.
cannot leave right now. You have to wait for the next moment. But Fiona, it's your turn.
I try again to smash a hole big enough to get through the window.
Yeah, your attack is easier by 2 now, as you already damaged the window. And your fine elven nose gives you a small taste of something starts burning. Looks like a little fire-ish in here. Yeah, and you break the window and you can climb into the room next round. As your round was breaking the window.
Okay, cool. Should I move myself or yeah?
I think I think you can. Or I can move you in here. Okay.
So what do I see around me?
Well, you see an attic. The attic is wide open. It has windows. You're not sure, but sometimes it looks like the Raven lived here. It's it's structures made of straw, twigs, animal bones, bizarre, creepy figurines. You think this is probably close to where the Raven usually lives in, or sometimes is here as well, in this room.
Is there straw on the ground?
Yes, there's straw on the ground.
Okay. So the fact that I can now smell burning, I'm going to open the door.
No,
and...
your turn is over.
Oh.
You have to wait. Your turn is over.
Oh.
Smashing the window and getting in is basically your turn. It's
Okay.
like in other combat mode, it's like 2 seconds time. So smashing the window and getting in is already plenty of movement for you.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. McKenna is going to sneak his way to this door where he heard this guy. Do I need to roll stealth?
Yes, please. And it's... Oh, I love it.
I think we're gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird. I hit the use fate point and re-roll, and it
You have to
nothing.
click the dice you want to reroll. So if
Yeah.
you want to reroll 1 or 2, you have to click the ones you want to reroll.
You have to probably do the green and the blue one, the intuition and the agility. Yes.
So what are the chances of that? That feels pretty astronomical.
This feels like Hipklotz made today for me. And tricked the dice.
It is what it is. All right, so McKenna is going to proceed as if he thinks he's sneaking.
Yep. Yeah, you're looking. You were not too sneaky, but nevertheless, you managed to get to the door, and you look into the. And once again, please correct my pronunciation. The granary. The storeroom holds old, torn sacks of floor. Mice have been its supplies, and while the white flour covers the ground, a large wooden hatch leads to an opening in the ceiling on the north side of the room. And basically in front of you stands the evil Witcher Cordax. As he was torn by your noises on the floor and the noises of Fianna breaking the glass, I would glance you roll me a d6, and then we can decide if he was looking your direction or not. And with the 4, I would say 1 to 3, I would have said Fiona, and 4 to 6, he is looking at you now. But that's with trying to be stealthy, that basically limits your actions. You can try to do one more attack, but it will get penalized if you want to do this.
McKenna's going to raise his hands, clearly aware he's been caught, and say, "We just came to apologize and to help you get your bird back."
Fast talk, please. If you enrich your words with your powerful warlock, we know we are nothing in your presence. He feels pretty okay. Kneel before me, little puny human.
Oh yes, sir. I of course will. May I offer you a drink? We've brought you liquor as a means to apologize.
We've broken into his house. Trying
McKenna's in full.
This
grovel
apology
mode, like
is not an option.
He shifts his footing a little more to get closer to the guy. He's like kneeling, bowing, doing the whole thing.
Yeah. You basically like let's try to qualify this for everybody who's not completely into the dark eye. A quality level of 5 is godlike. You basically every button there is to push, you push, and you. I don't know if I would have to give you the whole background story so you can make up what you sentence, but you give him what he wants. He feels powerful now. You are unworthy of his presence. You're afraid of him. He is just the god he wants to be, and yeah, he is completely focused on you now. So your turn nevertheless is over now, but he is completely focused on you now, and believes you. He doesn't not yet smell the fire burning in his house, but he believes you.
Minor details.
Final details. Okay, end turn please, so we can have the mighty fighting stick. The mighty fighting stick, to be honest, just falls to the floor and is an innate object again, as Cordax was now completely torn in by McKenna's talk of peace and wanting to be happy again.
We've defeated it.
We did.
In the book.
Genau. Okay, I run upstairs basically. to make sure that the others are okay. Yeah. You have to move me into the upper floor, I think.
No, you just have to again move up to the U of the upper floor, and then you automatically change scenes. Or change part of the scenes. You use the multi-level token here, which we try to make this map easy to use by anybody.
Ah, I'm over there. Okay, nice. Okay. There they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I assume that still the distance to run was a complete run, so no further actions for this round. Or
Yes.
okay.
Well, what do you want to do? Depends on what you want to do.
I wanted to encourage my comrades again with like kind of whatever happens, I have the confidence that you can do whatever is necessary to find a good solution with this person.
If you want to do a penalty by 2, then feel free to do this. I would allow it because you're a natural born leader in this situation.
Yeah, with a penalty of 2.
Penalty of 2, yeah. For the movement, just I know it might not be correct by the rules, but it just feels like right.
Okay, I can only take a difficulty of -3 or -1, but not
You can
minus
manually put. You can manually put the. I think left click or right click will just change the modifier. If you go in the field where the -1 is.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, okay.
We have the
Now okay, now I
We
know
have-
what. Yeah,
we have
yeah.
the difficulties already the -1,
Yeah,
3,
yeah,
5,
yeah,
but you can do any value in between, or I can also use the chat or
Okay, worked. Failure.
failure.
I re-roll. Do I still have 1 fate point? Let me check.
Yes, you have 1 more left.
1 more left. Okay, I take that one.
Why is your character so uncharismatic? Oh no, because of the penalty. Yes. Well, skill point 2 success levels. Yeah.
Good. Okay, so you're encouraged for the next combat round. That's it.
Okay.
Whatever you do it nicely.
So, McKenna, do you have the bottle and the glasses ready, or what did you offer when you entered the room for Cordax? What did you have in your hands?
Well, at this point, he's still groveling, but if Cordax seems to be buying into it, he would be rooting around in his gear to produce it. He'd 2 cups and the vial
2 cups
containing the poison.
Okay, well, first of all, Cordax has his rapier drawn, and he puts it close to your throat. You impudent little man! You killed my raven, and now you bow to my power.
Oh yes, of course, my lord. I'm bowing even now.
Yeah.
He is a bit spineless, isn't he?
Of course, that's where the back pain is.
Yeah. Give me what you have, whatever you have, and yeah, as your quality level 5, he will do nothing else except for looking at you and being completely in your gaze. You have him where you want him. Kogrim, it's your turn.
Well, time to charge up the stairs and join everyone else.
Okay. You can.
Oh, I see Keta showing you his... this is where you belong. It's perfect. Well, get to it, Keta. You can bow further. Come on.
Certainly, we must all bow to the master. Our new master, who we are going to serve.
I don't know if my knees are good for bowing no more.
Okay. So I will end turn for you. Fiona, it's your turn.
Can I roll a perception to see if I hear this going on in the other room?
Yeah. You can open the door and just go walk in there.
No, I don't want to open the door. I just want to see. Do I hear?
You hear
McKenna?
everything. It's not too far. The only thing you hear is the the fire is spreading downstairs. You hear the noises of a fire, but you also hear your friends talking to a Cordax.
I'm gonna move over to this side of the room and use my cantrip Firefinger to start setting fire to the hay and the straw on the floor.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. Then it's your turn, McKenna.
My lord, this is very fine liquor we've brought from Donnerbach. Can I offer to pour you some?
He looks at you and pulls the bottle off your hand and drinks the bottle.
Okay, while he's after he tilts it back and is drinking, McKenna is going to spring into action, try and circle him, and because I have fast draw, jab 2 knives into his lower back.
Okay.
Is he drinking the?
Voluntarily drinking the elixir.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and get stabbed. And remember that you have a bonus at the moment.
Yeah. He will not react.
How do I add the bonus? Is it under modifier just a negative, or?
It's just a plus. You put a plus in there. It's positive in this time. It's attack +2.
Wow.
Okay. And the second one is no reaction as well, so we just can apply damage. And while he drinks, he starts screaming in agony and pain as you stick.
How do you like back pain, you son of a bitch?
Okay.
That was good. Nice one.
Yeah.
At least it's not the bartender this time.
Okay, if you want to end your turn real quick. Orestes, it's your turn.
Okay, if I see that, well, I basically can run forward and try to stab this evil bastard with my slave test. And
okay.
Oh, I have to target him first. Wait a second. Target. I move up to him, and then I try to hit him.
I will still give him no reaction as he's drinking, and yeah, you really hit him hard as well.
Good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and turn. Sorry.
And turn. You impertinent fools! Feel my rage, and he tries to attack you, Orestes, because you're close to him, and he uses his little rapier, kind of wannabe sword, and he would have a successful attack. But I think your defense is too high as well, right? due to your encouragement. No, you're not encouraged, right? No, only
I'm
the
not
party.
encouraged. No.
Only the party.
Actually, I try to defend.
Okay.
So I make a defense roll. Well, it failed.
Okay. And you receive a little damage. And
Oh God!
Korgram, it's your turn.
Do I apply the damage or do you do that?
I did it already for you.
Okay.
You could do what I usually do.
Yeah, I see it. I see it now.
Okay, Korgram.
Well, shouldn't have pissed off Kenna.
Okay, and he will try to defend himself. And you hit him, and he drops to the floor and cannot hold his rapier anymore. He is-
Powerful. Whoa. This is going right down the wind's book, boys.
Okay, so I'm gonna end the combat here as you have defeated the evil warlock.
Does McKenna's back pain go?
Where is Fiona? Where is Fiona? We have to find Fiona.
As you say that, I open the door, and you see the doors open, and behind me, like the flames are just like crawling up the walls.
Oh, the fire.
Okay, do you have,
I think
have-
we should.
you have your fire still going on your finger?
Yeah, it's just my
Okay.
finger's just like.
As you're watching around yourself, there's flower dust in this entire room. An open flame and flower dust might come to an explosion. As you realized earlier, the flames are coming from below and the room next to you, and it seems likely this might be the moment where this mill could explode at any time. So
The window, now.
Oh, okay, I'm closer to the stairs. I run down the stairs.
No, not the stairs.
Come on! And Korgram
Okay.
will grab his ally and start heaving him towards the window.
Okay.
okay, I will roll again.
I'm
You
gonna.
can keep going.
Come on, Fiona!
I
Okay.
can't
McKenna-
jump out of the window. It doesn't let me.
McKenna's gonna try
Yeah,
and
the
throw...
window is
Okay,
the wall.
The window is not really a window. Yeah,
My
sorry.
window's open, so I just jump out of the the window.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull you guys on the right path of the scene.
McKenna throws a knife ahead of them to shatter the window so they can go through it.
That was
Yeah.
nice of you. I was going to just use my head.
Okay, just as you jump out of the window, the first floor of the mill evaporates in a huge explosion with the remnants of the Witcher you just defeated. So instead of bringing the toads to the witches and not killing him, you burned down his mill, and it's ended up in a small to medium-sized explosion.
Never defeated a mill before.
It's still. Well, okay. Is
Still
the
counts as one.
is the rest of the building burning, or was the
Yes,
explosion
yes.
enough to? Okay.
The rest
So
of the building is burning, but yeah.
so we have to basically wait to find any treasures till the whole building burned down. So the gold coins might be a bit mold, but yeah, well.
Yes.
Good job. We defeated the evil. Not as intended, but we did.
You did, and so far the people of Wuzelholm will be safe from the evil Kordax. The witches might as well not be too happy, but as you see around you, you see some creatures in the dark. not sure what to do. As you all know, have seen them before in the past. There are goblins, but they seem to be unsure what to do and start to scatter in the woods. Today is not the day they will fight you, but it would have been the day they might have fought you. But with you defeating the evil witcher or warlock of Wurzelholm, the goblins seem to be afraid of you and let you be. But you can watch the mill burn down to its ground, and afterwards you will be able to find some treasures in the remnants of the mill.
Finally, some coin.
But this also concludes the adventure, which apparently we managed in 2 sessions. So thank you so much for playing.
Nice.
I hope you enjoyed
Thank
this a
you.
little bit. You're the first group who actually burned down the mill I played this with. So
Well,
We wanted to burn something down.
It's
We
a
finally
tradition.
did it. We burned it down.
Yeah,
So
it
I hope
worked.
you guys all enjoyed it a little bit and had some fun with us and the Dark Guy. Thank you all for taking the time playing with us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
having us
yeah.
on your stream.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you for running.
Absolutely
Are there any
amazing game.
questions? Are there any questions about the Dark Eye, the system, or the world, or whatever, from you as fellow players, but also from the chat? If there are any questions, we might be able to answer.
I'll just comment real quick that I believe you mentioned this adventure will be available to the public, or is available now.
It got available for free this afternoon, or this late afternoon, or evening in German time, I think. So starting at 6:30 German time, Central European, it was available now as a free module. So everybody who wants to play it, there are several more ways to defeat Cortex and or get defeated, depending on what you're gonna do.
You two can blow up a mill.
You can blow up a mill. There's some more maps included, so there's some other story plots we missed out. So if you want to rejoin the heroes in playing it, feel free to download it. It's next to the introduction and adventure. It's the second free module for the Dark Eye you can find. For all of you, that's something Ulisses talked to us. If you feel like you want to play the Dark Eye, go to the F shop in the US, and you will have 50% of every The Dark Eye article starting tomorrow until end of the week. So if you liked what you saw and you want to start, playing, get the core rules, they will be discounted by at least 50%. So will every other book in the English store. I think we can post the link somewhere, but yes, that will be reduced in price.
Matt already did in the chat, so thanks a lot for that.
And thanks for Ulisses for dropping the prices and trying to giving some more people insights.
I think the interesting thing is, compared to, for example, some other bigger systems in the US or worldwide, what you have to get used to is that you have basically 3 attributes coming into skill checks, and that you have to roll low instead of high with a D20. That is, I still remember when I tried the first time. It's like kind of getting used to it. This is the other way around than a lot of other systems. But despite that, the good thing was the Foundry setup and the modules. You do not have to think about the system at all. You basically, even if you are not aware where it is on your character sheet, what you need to click, your game master can basically ask you to click on it in the chat, and that makes it very easy system to use. And I really like that about the Foundry implementation.
It's very smooth. I don't know if I said this last time, but it's very, very well done in terms of the mechanical implementation of the system. It's just doot, 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 and you just keep going.
Yep.
It's really, really good.
Yeah. And I mean, some of you created their characters for this round. You know how complex the system can be, even in the character creation. And the good thing is you don't have to. You can work with the archetypes, with the prepared characters, and can start right from scratch and do not have to think about the mechanics in the beginning so much, and just concentrate on what your character can do and click on it. And that's for me the easiest way to start into a system. Yeah, well, and beside that, the world, I mean, we've just seen a glimpse of the world. And one thing we talked about before we started the stream is witches in Aventuria are actually kind of a two-sided coin. There are evil ones, but there are also a lot of good ones. So a witch is not automatically evil person or evil creature. And that you have to keep in mind compared to other settings.
You will have the black mages who usually are the evil ones, but not the witches.
Yeah. I found having done the character creation myself, and character creation in any new game system is always an interesting experience for me. It's probably where I find the most, I guess, the closest impact the rules have is during the character creation process.
Yeah.
So if you really want to try out a new game, I'm reluctant to go with pre-mades because I want to know how complex and clunky the system might be.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I had been warned that the Dark Eye was going to be a really complicated system to do character creation in or to learn, and I was a little bit surprised by just how much the virtual tabletop removed those barriers.
Mm-hmm.
Not having to look through, 50 or 100 pages of random disadvantages or whatever, just being able to filter them and drag and drop took a lot of the complexity and difficulty out of the character creation.
Yeah.
If I might spoiler the version 11 of Foundry, with the update to 11, we will have an even improved character creation with the Dark Eye. So it will hopefully even be easier than it is right now.
Oh,
so
nice.
That will be one of the tweaks we're going to be implementing here soon.
I think one of the complexities, and it's not just like the system is not really clunky in the sense of that it makes it a lot of kind of unnecessary obstacles. There's a big difference with the Dark Eye compared to other systems. It's very tightly linked to the whole world. So to give you an example, if you go to a fighting school or mage university in a certain city, you get other abilities and attributes as going into another city, into another fighting school, and things like that. So you have attributes and skills and things like that closely linked to the world and where you come from and where you studied and stuff like that. So you have a lot of options at the beginning. And as you just said, the Foundry system already makes it quite easy because you can filter out. If I know I'm from this region, I know I want to concentrate on these kind of attributes or whatever, you can filter out a lot, and it makes the selections a lot easier, because when you have all the books in front of you, it's like kind of a lot of stuff to look up, and that makes it a bit harder to create a character. And I completely agree with the support of a system like that. It's very easy in the end. You just have to have an idea what you want to play.
Yeah, I was surprised at how beneficial a virtual tabletop implementation was for this. I mean, obviously, with any TTRPG, using a virtual tabletop to automate away some of the complexity where you'd have to do, more complex math or what have you, that it's always going to be beneficial. But it really just felt like another role-playing game that I was just stepping into and experiencing the world of, instead of having to fight with, okay, what die do I roll now?
Yeah. One question to our game master. Did you experience any group actually killing the witches instead of the warlock?
Not yet. I've only, to be honest, I played it with you and with my test group. Well, the one I play regularly, the Dark Eye with.
Mm-hmm.
I think we went differently headstrong and to different scenes. We had, I'm not going to spoil for the people who want to try it. but there's some more rumors we passed on, and we solved those. We ended up killing the Witcher as well. I gave them some goblins in there as well, to make it more heavy used. Used some of the other premates with this one, and yeah, but nobody ever killed the witches in my experience. And I've asked some other people like VT Tom and Anelkia, who are on Discord, who support us in many ways. I think they played it 2 or 3 times, and with them, once again, nobody ever killed the witches. I think that's one of those phenomenons from playing the Dark Eye. The people try to be good and then just murdering everybody, but not the witches have.
I think that's most tabletop RPG games. Try to be good, but then you just end up murdering everyone.
Yeah.
But as I said, with this adventure, you have a lot of flexibility to play different aspects, and the time of the stream and trying to limit it to 2 sessions makes it impossible to do everything. And this is part of the game of this adventure as well. It's supposed to be done within 1 day, and which should be done in like 6 to 8 hours tops, even less, in real time. So this will just gives you puts pressure on the players to walk through it a little faster and do split second decisions. But I think you made an amazing walk through it and walk through stations I haven't been with another group, so I think next round might be different if I play it again. But it was fun seeing you guys interact with the different obstacles I gave you.
Yeah, thanks so much. I've never had to face so many angry animals before.
Well, that's the first time for everything, I think. And having death squirrels on your neck is kind of, something you will remember, most likely.
Just come up here, Cody. I'll introduce you to the alpacas.
One day I'll get there.
Oh, you have alpacas?
Yeah. Anyway, guys, it has been a blast.
Yes.
I guess we should probably close out. We don't really have any questions from chat or anything.
If I have two more things, if you want to know more about the game and you can read the YouTube subtitles, check out VT Tom's YouTube channel. He has been an amazing supporter since day one. He's as crazy about the Dark Eye as many other people in here, but he's done like over 100 videos, and he will explain everything in here for you. And it will be subtitled automatically by YouTube. Or if you want to try, there's a new channel with right now 32 subscriptions. When I get to match Tom in some time, that's Let's VTT, where we talk about the Dark Eye, me and Nelkir, a lot. So we try to only have 3 videos so far, maybe 2 more with the streams coming up very soonish. But we will try to enlarge the channel and answer any questions you have, and or Discord. Ulisses has a Discord as well. If you're interested in Dark Eye, just drop in there, have a few questions. The people will try to help you and gain more, strengthen the interest in this wonderful game, which I have been now playing for 24 years. I will play it longer. So thank you guys so much. It was very much fun with you, and thank you everybody who watched us. Even though it's like after midnight in Germany, and most of our audience will have been gone to bed.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you to you guys for a wonderful group and for trying this out. So thanks a lot.
10 of 10 would lose all our money and almost blow up a mill as a result again.
Yeah. If you ever want to blow up a mill again, count me in.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome.
Thank you,
everybody.
Thank you, Chad. Bye-bye.